So first we'll go past this gathering space, kind of like an outdoor classroom, a place where we come together. We have music classes out here, and we also have opportunities to learn as a group or share stories. We looked at all the spaces around the school and what they provided for us and for the school community, and the teachers, the students, we wanted somewhere that would be a more contemplative, quieter space and a place where they could really engage with nature.
Just a little brown ant. I just saw so many of them.
Sometimes we bring natural materials to this space, like pine cones or sticks. So we brought dried beans out, and the children are playing with them, and these bean plants had sprouted here, which it's lovely to think about these other entities arriving in our circle, and so they became part of our circle now. So when we gather, the beans are here, we watch our feed, and we see how they're growing. We thought about creating 3 spaces, which included a meadow, a wetland, and a forest. It was planted only 2 years ago, so it's quite a baby forest, which is what we tell the students. But they also really reach and look and learn a lot about what's here. There's specific beetles that we discovered that are related to the lily that we can find, this red beetle here. The insects and animals that rely on these plants are now returning. They're noticing some of the mushrooms that spring up all of a sudden, or the changes of the plants that have opened up, or how tall they are, or how many there are. This path allows for a lot of sensory elements to happen. For example, this tamarack, the children said it looks like it's pokey, but it's not. And when you touch it, it is quite soft. It's part of every day. We say, let's go down the path and look at what there is. There's a few service berries too, service berry bushes that have matured over this time. And so the students were picking service berries and learning which ones were ripe, which ones were the tastiest. A lot of planting has been done, a lot of work in terms of the levels of the space. The signpost, it's been created to have the 4 directions in Anishinaabemowin and Mohawk, the 2 main indigenous languages from this area. It has points also to the main waterways from here, helping us to understand our sense of place and what this place was. There was a portage route near here too, so having that kind of access to learning of what was here before and what this place, the significance of this place is part of the importance of this sign. Our meadow space. So many different plants in here that it helped us learn how plants create seeds and the different shapes that they would be or how they move around. We have a mountain mint here that is a species of concern. It mostly grows on the Hamilton Mountain, so our restoration ecologist planted it here to help increase the amounts of it. The children learned the names of some of the plants, like foxglove beard tongue and blazing star and things like that. So it's a fun space for exploring and learning about the plants. We have fish in here, and the fish seem to enjoy the deep section, and there's a shallower area where the water is only a few inches deep, and that's actually where they have brought in a dead log. The birds, where they bathe, is in the shallow water, and it's also where the mosquito larvae are found. And so the fish eat the mosquito larvae, the birds eat the mosquito larvae too, so it's the wisdom of the person that created this to have a shallow section and a deep section. It froze completely solid in the winter. So for some weeks of the winter, we were just sliding around on it, and the children could freely play on it. And actually we learned a lot about how long things stay frozen. It was amazing how many warm days there were before it actually melted.